Hey Sag, this is Persephone and this is another reading for the Hermit Tarot channel. I hope you're having a very safe November 2020. This is going to be for the rest of the month of November. Now, Sagittarius, I am going to do your reading here, but just know that if you're interested in a private reading, you can go ahead and contact me through email. I do daily readings on TikTok and Instagram, so if you're interested in doing those quick daily free tarot readings, you can also hit that up. If you're interested in tipping me, a lot of you have been doing so. You guys can click on my link. I have a PayPal link on my description box. You're more than welcome to do so. That does help me out a lot with making content going forward. Another thing I want to state here, Sagittarius. Sagittarius to me has always been like the most fun zodiac sign that I've ever encountered with, whether it's male or female. I just tend to always have like a really good time with them. But Sagittarius, I feel like you've been a little secretive, and I don't know if it's because you're kind of waiting to make a move, or you are partnered up, or you're kind of in the middle of something, but you still have your eye out on other things and other people. Now, what I mean by that, Sagittarius, is that I feel like you're kind of like plotting, like you're kind of looking, like observing, and you're not trying to be sneaky about shit, but it's more like you want your presence to be known, but it's like you're still heavily involved in something else, right? And this can be platonic or romantic. I have the 10 of Wands that showed up. Now let me zoom out just so that you guys can see. Okay, perfect. And Sagittarius, any of the decks that you see here that are used, you can always go ahead and click the link in my bio and purchase any of the cards. Amazon tends to be pretty good with selling really good quality cards, but sometimes, unfortunately, you get people that sell cards that are either missing or damaged. So my links are verified, so you guys can purchase any of the cards that you see in my Amazon storefront. Okay, so Sagittarius, I have the Queen of Cups here, which lets me know that it might be a motherly figure that you might be dealing with. Another thing is that you might be dealing with an older feminine energy that's coming through, if this is not you. I have the 8 of Cups. Now, if you looked at my previous readings for other signs, this 8 of Cups keeps coming out a lot. I think that a lot of us are going through a transitional phase where it's not necessarily that we're looking to cut off anyone and have like a very abrasive or argumentative ending with anyone, but it's just more that we're kind of like, we're gonna walk away peacefully. We're not gonna make a big show out of this. We just want clarity, we want peace, and people don't want to necessarily have like a big blowout. I have the King of Pentacles here, which can be a male or masculine energy that's coming through with a proposal for financial stability. Another thing this can indicate is that this can be a Taurus or a Virgo, maybe a Capricorn. Usually the Knight of Pentacles is a Capricorn for me. Maybe you might be dealing with a Knight of, the Knight of Capricorn. You might be dealing with a Capricorn that's coming here and kind of proposing an idea for you that might make you a lot of money. And on this side, you have a feminine energy that's kind of guiding you, that's kind of emotionally mentoring you on the way. The 10 of Wands is reversed, so it talks to me about releasing burdens, releasing things that no longer are weighing heavy on your chest. And the 8 of Cups usually talks about when you are kind of walking away from things, not necessarily from responsibility. That could be it. You're walking away from some sort of opportunity or responsibility that you no longer feel that serves you. You're letting go of that burden, and you're letting go of people's expectations. Another thing is that maybe you're kind of letting go of a burden because people expected you to behave a certain way, and that's not what you feel your happiness is at. I have the High Priestess reversed. I have the 10 of Cups reversed, and I have the 6 of Wands reversed. So what that lets me know here is that there's some sort of disappointment that's coming out because there's some information that's coming out. Now be careful, Sagittarius, because I do see the Six of Pentacles here next to the Magician card. The Magician card is reversed, so that lets me know that either this is a waste of talent or someone who surfacely was charismatic is now showing their true colors. And it might have not been the nicest way, but that doesn't negate from what they have done for you in the past or what you have done for them. The Six of Pentacles talks to me about someone who's giving, who's sharing. Maybe some of you might be dealing with drug dealers, but that's a rare and small group. That's not, I have a feeling like that's not my audience tonight, but yeah, so the Six of Pentacles talks to me about somebody who was sharing, is very resourceful. It has they kind of give, but it's like, I'm going to give you, but you owe me. But it's not because this person, because I don't get that this person has malicious intent. Like, I have a couple of people here. So I have a masculine energy that's coming through with a proposal for financial stability. I have the Magician reverse, which is someone who is full of talents but is not taking opportunities of it. And then I also have, which is attached to the Six of Pentacles, and then I have the Queen of Cups straight up, which is a feminine energy that could be motherly, a mentor. It could be a water sign, which is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that's kind of overseeing everything. But your overall energy is kind of like, I had it, I want to let go of the burden and the expectations. I kind of want to do something that would be like, would make me happy, but also I don't want to do what's expected of me. The Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups reverse lets me know that there's something that is coming up with the family that might have not necessarily have come to the surface if certain information wasn't brought up. And it's all going to start to come out once you start to walk away from expectations. I'm getting a heavy feeling here that the reading that I'm doing is not necessarily romantic, but it has to do with people letting go of what other people's expectations are of them. I'm just trying to get clarity from these cards. Time is at 5. Should be still okay to post. Still okay to post. I have the Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups is kind of what the movement is like. You're moving with emotional intent. You're moving because this emotionally has impacted you. It's not because you're trying to necessarily be petty, but emotionally you feel like this has touched you in a way where you're like, no, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. My peacefulness, my happiness, my tranquility means a lot more to me than any sort of financial opportunity that might be coming up. This doesn't want to leave. I have the Queen of Swords, the Sun. So, a very small percentage of you, Sagittarius, if you're female watching this, there might be some sort of questioning about, I don't want to say paternity, but it came up. It's not that you don't know who the father is, but some of you are kind of like, shit, I wasn't even expecting to get pregnant, because a lot of you thought that you were going to have a very hard time getting pregnant, but some of you are. Sagittarius, if you're watching this and some of you might have gotten a message from someone saying, hey, I'm expecting, and you're like, what the fuck? We use protection, or I thought you couldn't get pregnant, or I thought you were on birth control pills. But that's a very small group of you. Again, the Queen of Cups comes up, which makes me know that someone, we could be thinking about also psychic abilities. See, now the Ten of Cups comes up. So that lets me know. Let me just stick to the story that I wanted to stick to. The small group of you that might have been dealing with a pregnancy, an unexpected pregnancy, lets me know that this pregnancy is actually going to be received very good. So if you're the Sagittarius that's pregnant, or you're receiving that message that someone you were dealing with is pregnant, I see a lot of happiness. I see like things are going to turn around and people are going to be so happy because of the expansion of the family. Another thing that I do see as well is that there's going to be a lot of feminine support coming from both sides. I also see that if this is not a pregnancy, right? If this is not something that you're dealing with, some of you might be dealing with a legality issue. Usually when I see the Queen or the King of Swords, that means to me that someone is a lawyer, someone's dealing with a lawyer, someone's dealing with some sort of legal issue that is going to be successful, because I have the sun up and I have the 10 of Cups here with the Queen of Cups. So that means that emotionally you are going to be very happy with the turnout. This wants to stick out. And then I also have the 8 of Wands. That also lets me know that there is going to be some messages that are coming back and forth between you and someone, Sagittarius, about this expansion or legal documents. I want to stick to these two stories because the original feeling here was, Sagittarius, is that you're letting go of expectations and you're kind of wanting to work on something different. I don't even see that you're wanting to work on anything specifically, but I do see that you're kind of like, I'm letting go of everything and everyone. I'm not trying to burn any bridges, but what I really do want is for people to not expect so much of me because I am in my own world. But now you're receiving really good news, whether it's good news from a lawsuit or good news of a pregnancy or maybe some sort of expansion within the family. That is going to be very well received, and maybe that might be the story or the good news that's actually you've been waiting for, Sagittarius. Let me pull this up with a love card. I want to see if anyone, Sagittarius, romantically, let me see. I have the King of Cups here. The King of Cups in this particular deck lets me know that there is some sort of seduction that is going on here, but there's some sort of secrecy. Like if you look here in the actual, let me see if I can zoom in. If you look at this card, it's almost like he's kind of looking forward. He's a king. He's definitely in his position of power. And she's kind of like, if you only knew what I know, if you only understood what I understood. And she's kind of his like little plaything, but it's not that he looks down on her in a condescending way. It's more of a, if you only understood what kind of power, what kind of sexual power this person has over me. So Sagittarius, if you are romantically, this is a whole different story from the initial pregnancy and getting away from expectations. Sagittarius, if you're in a romantic situation that sexually is very heavily involved in seduction, in some sort of chemistry between you two, I see that a lot of it, like if you look from the outside, people would think that it's not as intense as you think it is, but it's really a lot more than that. And it's a very heavily sexually, just very heavily sexual. Like it's just very sexy. So I do see that you're enjoying yourself, Sagittarius. So I'm really happy for you, for those who are actually dealing with someone. And if you're not, King of Cups, it could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that might be coming into your future, and it's going to be a very sexual introduction between you two. So Sagittarius, I really hope that this resonates with you. If it does, go ahead and feel free to email me. If you want to tip me, feel free to go ahead and click on my link, PayPal. It'll be in the description box. And if you're interested in any of these decks, you can also purchase them through my Amazon store, and also located in my description box.